You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
You do realize this. They cannot get another elite coach, and keep those guys on the staff. Okay? Because an elite coach is going to bring his own
He's going to bring his own guys in.
Okay? Which means you can scratch Jim Harbaugh off the list.
Right.
You can scratch him off a potential coaching list. He's not coming unless he can bring his culture. And I'm going to be honest with you, Jerry can't stay out of Jim's way anyway. So that ain't going to work. Yeah.
That's why I said Jerry needs to hand all the reins over to Steven. But apparently, Jerry Jones has no plans of firing Mike McCarthy. Disappointed, Jerry Jones says he has no plans to make a Dallas Cowboys coaching change. Now, remember, they're asking him this. He's talking about this pretty much after the loss. So, emotion and all of that other stuff. Okay, I never expected Jerry to actually come out and say, yeah, I'm going to make a coaching change now before he really has time to digest the loss. But it says here, Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones chose his words carefully and purposely. The shock and disappointment over the team's 23-17 wildcard loss to the San Francisco 49ers Sunday before more than 100,000 fans at AT&T Stadium was palpable. He didn't see this coming, not with the team the Cowboys assembled, and not after the season they had. Jones, however, refused to link his dejection to a possible change with head coach Mike McCarthy. Quote, I don't even want to discuss anything like that at this particular time. No discussion about anything. So he's not saying that he won't do it. He just doesn't want to talk about it right now. Because if he does, he probably would let his emotions get the best of him. Okay? When pressed further about McCarthy having his team unprepared for such an important game, considering they fell behind 23-7, as well as the Cowboys' undisciplined play with 14 penalties. But that's not the reason they lost. It's the referees, remember?
Right.
Jones stood firm, even after he readily admitted that the Cowboys were outcoached and outplayed. At least Jerry's being honest. Quote, I'm not going to discuss coaching, preparation, any of those things. That is not on the table, Jones said of a coaching change. The game speaks for itself. McCarthy said he's unconcerned about his future in Dallas after 2 disappointing seasons. The Cowboys went 6-10 in year 1 in 2020 after quarterback Dak Prescott suffered a fractured ankle and missed the final 11 games. McCarthy led the Cowboys to the NFC East title in 2021 with a 12-5 mark, but not winning a playoff game was gut-wrenching. Quote, I don't have any concerns. I'm proud to be standing here today. I'm proud of my football team. Jones, however, is anything but proud, and that's where the two divide. He said he can't remember when he was this disappointed in a loss.
Uh-oh.
He thought the Cowboys had finally put together a team that could possibly end the soon-to-be 27-year gap since they last won a Super Bowl following the 1995 season. Quote, we had about as good a putting it together and good fortune with some of the decisions we've made. We had it come together about as good as you could do it. And we had it come together with about as healthy as you can be. This was a game that we needed to show against a team like San Francisco, a solid team, a team as they are. No matter how good we looked on paper, we needed to make this happen. I'm really disappointed for our fans. They really deserve to see this team advance on into the playoffs. Extremely disappointing and surprising. It was quite a letdown. Wow. So Jerry is not very happy, but Mike McCarthy,
I'm real proud of this team. I'm proud of this team.
Wow.
I'm proud of this team. I do wonder if McCarthy, to a point, he is old school. he's also old school in the idea that if Kellen Moore made that play call, I will say this, I think Mike McCarthy would own that on behalf of Kellen Moore. Okay, because he understands at the end of the day, he is on the headset. If Kellen Moore makes that call, he steps in and says, we can't do that. You don't have enough time on the clock.
Right.
In light of the fact that Kellen Moore is up, obviously, for a bunch of different coaching positions, you do have to wonder if to a point McCarthy has just decided, I'm going to own all of this. Because he is.
But he's not owning everything.
He is. Well, I'm saying he's the one saying, hey, it was, I called the play, blah, 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 all of that. But I will say this, McCarthy is very conservative in his coaching style. It does feel strange that he would have called that play. Now, he's a former offensive coordinator. He was an offensive coordinator for the 49ers at one time. Okay, so maybe he did make the call, but he knows Kellen Moore's up for a lot of jobs, and those jobs might have just went down the toilet.
Yeah, because I'm not hearing anything from Kellen Moore. Mike McCarthy's saying basically it was his call. It was his call. Another article I saw where it was confirmed that Mike McCarthy made that call, not Kellen Moore. So Kellen Moore's hands are, I guess, kind of clean on this one, even though his offense was trash. So I'm not giving Kellen Moore a pass either.
I think he made the play call, but my issue is that's on McCarthy and Kellen Moore.
Right. It's going to look bad on both of them. Yeah,
it's on both of them. Absolutely.
You're right about that.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.